Okay, a few more seconds, sir. Okay, so hello again, once again, everyone. Today's course is Cybersecurity Threat Management, Emerging Trends, proudly hosted by Garanta Academy. So we're honored to have with us Sir Chandran Subramaniam, a veteran cybersecurity leader with over 35 years of extensive experience in financial services, government institutions, and the IT sector, with deep expertise in cybersecurity standards, compliance frameworks, and also technical domains such as IAM, DLP, cloud transformation, and security architecture. Sir Chandran offers both a strategic insight and practical applications for managing evolving cyber threats in today's digital environment. So everyone, please feel free to engage throughout the session and gain valuable knowledge from one of the most experienced leaders in the field. So that's all for me now, Sir Chandran. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Just give me a second, I'll share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good evening, and thank you to one and all for making your time and attending this program, National Training Week. I'm Chandran Subramaniam. Thanks, Tia, for the introduction. What I have kept next to 40 to 45 minutes, a small agenda. I'm sure you know many things about cybersecurity, cyber ecosystem, a good understanding of the cyber ecosystem. A lot of jargons are used in this domain. Threats that were real, the threats, the cyber threats, as we call it. Uh, some of them which happened very recent time, I have taken, I'll share it with that. The big question is, why do they happen? What makes it happen? We'll dwell into that. And then, is it possible to manage the threat, the growing risk? So that will do as a cyber security threat management. And what are the trends, emerging trends, particularly from the law and the regulatory regime with the changing threat landscape? The cyber ecosystem, as I call it, below you have the assets, the information assets in the form of data lake or a data warehouse or a data repository. We have cloud. Cloud is first hybrid, on-prem, on cloud, hybrid model. We have a lot of edge devices. The edge devices, we have laptop, mobile, many instruments, we have gadgets, intelligent gadgets. There is an industrial 4.2, industrial 5.0 is emerging. A lot of convergence of the industrial system, SCADA system, PLC system, distributed control system, with the IT, information technology domain, OT/IT convergence, automation of the many industry sector, manufacturing, chemical, process industry. We are living in a cyberspace, connected world. So what? The left side, what you see dark orange or whatever color you see, vulnerability, threat vectors, threat risk, breaches, incident, and so on. I'll take only a few of them. Vulnerability. Vulnerability is known weakness in the system, flaw in the system. Known weakness in me, in you, in the people, the process created by these people, and the system created by these people. None of them free from any defects. So, vulnerability is known weakness or weakness. It may be unknown also, unknown to me, known to you, unknown to me, known to the hacker. So any weakness in the people process technology, threat, threat agent, threat vectors, threat is anything which has a potential to damage. Cause damage in the information security world, the assets, information asset. It can be a server, it can be a website, it can be a process, it can be a services asset, it can be a API, it can be a microservice, it can be a container, whatever it is. Risk is anything, anything I don't want to happen, which is undesired. Any undesired event I don't want to happen. I want to appear in an exam, I want to qualify. I don't want to fail in my exam. I am doing a business, I want to grow 30%, 40%, 50% profits, profitability, or number of customers, regional growth. There is a chance I'm not able to grow. I'm running a application system, blockchain based, AI based, or a traditional two tier, three tier system, web application. I don't want any hacker to come and see the confidentiality, integrity, availability of the customers, my customers. Every chance it may happen. That is called risk, breach, incidents, and so on. The left side, I see whatever attack, sniffing attack, spoofing attack, forming attack, flooding attack, ransomware attack, and so on. There is a threat in my environment, threat to my asset, which are below. It can be infrastructure asset, service asset, software asset, any information asset, anywhere, cloud, on-prem, hybrid. Is it the issue? Can't we solve this? Yes, you can manage them by putting in appropriate cybersecurity threat management program. The green color, what you see on the right side, you can monitor the threat. If there is a threat, I can monitor. You can proactively look for threats within your environment. After all, a hacker exploits the vulnerability, known or unknown vulnerability in our environment by doing hunting. If I acquire the skills, knowledge, capability, tools, techniques, procedures, I will also be able to proactively protect my environment. That is called threat hunting. Added to that, threat intelligence will show you one or two threat intel platform, security architecture, controls, safety, security, privacy. CIA stands for confidentiality, integrity, availability. By putting in place appropriate cryptographic technique, putting in place appropriate governance, risk, compliance, GRC program, standard, global standard, aligning with national regulatory and legal requirement, global best practices, and so on. Let us get into threats that happen, that really hurt many institutions world over. What you see on the screen on the left side, there was an attempt, a ransomware attack. It happened somewhere in March. It came in the paper also. Operation of the Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Even though they were not attacked, they were not affected by these hackers, but they were demanding 10 million US dollars. Another incident, very recent, that came in the paper. These are all very recent. You might be aware of it. Europol, they were able to take down in the website, in the dark web, the drug trafficking worth 290 million in crypto, involving so many people, and they were able to take down those collectively with the six countries were involved. They were able to take down that. This is from Cyber, again in Malaysia. It says fraud and ransomware dominate Malaysia in the Q4 2024. That was a report. It is available in the public domain. There is another report which says more than 1,500 incidents targeting government infrastructure. These are from the public domain. You can have a look at it, more details. It's not restricted to one country, one place, one organization. This is a report on what you see on the left side. Just I took the data from the May 2025. There is a IT Governance Institute UK publishes the blocks, publishes month-wise the reported. The one which is not reported will not be there. The global data security breaches and attacks in the month of May 2025. More than 1.4 billion records breach. It could be a duplicate count also. One record might be leaked in more than one file. But this is the size of the data breach. On the right side, what you see, I just checked for big breaches, the biggest attacks 2024. This is from Cyber Management Alliance. Top 10 they've given. It covers healthcare. Healthcare has been a target on the ransomware attack quite some time. There is a snowflake. You must be aware of that, which is a cloud-based storage. Snowflake. There was a cyber ransomware attack. The Ministry of Defense of the UK, and so on. I've taken only top 10. I could recollect the CrowdStrike, which had glitches. Many airlines were one, even though it is not a direct cyber hackers attack, but it could be a supply chain which could disrupt any organization, any customer taking the services.
Sir Chandran.
Yes,
Apologies, sir, but I believe your slides aren't showing on the screen, sir.
showing under,
On the screen, sir. Your slides, sir.
start moving.
Your slide is still on the first page, Sir Chandran.
Yeah, slides are not moving. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Thank
Sorry for
you.
that.
It's okay, sir.
Is it moving now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, better. Yep, it's moving.
Oh, sorry for that. So just to quickly recap without losing much of our time, this is what I was referring to the summer ecosystem. Uh, the below one is the information asset, data lake, cloud, hybrid, edge, OT, convergence. And the left side, what you see is the attack, threats, risk, vulnerability, which I was bringing. It could be a sniffing attack, it could be a swap attack, advanced persistent APT attack, spyware attack, and so on. There's a nomenclature, they keep changing, but they're all attacked on the underlying assets, the my information asset, software asset, hardware asset, information asset, services asset. It could be a physical asset also in the case of operational technology. How we manage it? We manage it by putting in place the appropriate technology, the controls, the best practices, regulatory requirements, threat monitoring, proactive threat hunting, threat intelligence, and so on. AAA stands for authentication, authorization, and accountability. What you see, the AAA. These are all various controls, standards. We can put in place appropriate controls to manage the risk. That's what I wanted to say. So some of the threats which I was sharing, there was a ransomware attack targeting Kuala Lumpur International Airport. It was in the public media, even though nothing happened, but 10 million ransomware demanded. Very recently, the Europol took down the website, the dark website, drug market, illegal drug market, worth $290 million in crypto, involving so many people. 6 nations, police authorities were able to nag it and then bringing down their website. This is in Malaysia, which I shared. There's an increase in fraud, financial fraud, ransomware attack. The last quarter of the previous financial year, there was a targeted cybersecurity incident against the government sector, government infrastructure. The good source is IT Governance Institute, UK, which keep reporting on monthly basis the breaches. The breaches, one I took is May, the latest one. June is yet to come. 1.4 million records were breached across various sectors, which was reported to them. Including Facebook was involved, 1.2 billion records. That is a very common. The social medias are commonly compromised. The Cyber Management Alliance is just looking for the top 10 cyber attack. During 2024, I could see Change Healthcare, Snowflake, UK Ministry of Defense, and so on. You can many leading security solution providers keep track of what is happening, including this IT Governance Institute publishes monthly wise, quarterly wise, annual wise the breaches, modus operandi. This one, I took it for Malaysia, and it is published in the MyCert, the emergency response, computer emergency response unit of the Malaysia. Between previous, the Q4, the last quarter, and the first quarter of this year, there is a significant increase in the attack of DOS attack, denial of service, the intrusion, data breaches, about 29%. A good percentage of increase has happened, even though count-wise they are not significant, but target-wise it seems they are increasing. What you are seeing on the screen, hope you are seeing this, what is cyber security? You are able to see that?
OT cybersecurity threats landscape evolution, sir.
Yes. So what is happening is the operational technology, as we call it. So far, we are talking about services industry, financial, insurance, any hospital, servicing industry. But the manufacturing sector, with a growth in the automation, industrial 4.0, and subsequent maybe even 5.0 is on the make, more targeting on the backbone of the manufacturing sector. It could be oil or like a petroleum or energy, or it could be anything. It could be transportation. It could be a power sector. So this trend, CSA, it is from Singapore. So what they say, there are trend over a period of 2010 to 2024, there has been a constant increase in the attack, sophisticated attack. Only one or two points I want to share before I go further. Uh, as simple as phishing, spam, even USB in a Windows system, they were able to bring down bigger companies, the Stuxnet, Havertz, all this black energy, always the Ukraine being attacked during the peak winter. Whatever reason, the reason could be a number of reasons, but the fact is they are attacked in the operational technology is a eye opener in a cyber security management. In short, digital age, it's growing, disturbing technology, whether it's a AI, it's a ML or a quantum, it's going to come, but it might have a new risk in the form of identity theft. It could be a deep fake. You can have artificial human interfacing with you. Privacy, a lot of issues on the sensitive data, personally identifiable data, or healthcare data. There is a potential for the breaches of this data privacy. Already a lot of laws are there. Integrity, non-availability, denial of service, lack of accountability. You don't know who did this. In most of the incident, we don't know who did this. Auditability, traceability, lack of auditability, non-compliance to emerging law. Europe is leading. Europe has come out with the, even for artificial intelligence, they've come out with the law. The operation resilience for banks, Europe has come out with the law, personal law, GDPR, Singapore has, even Malaysia has published a lot of Cyber Security Act. So non-compliance from a legal regulatory will also impact. It could be a strategic issue. To me, which I see the biggest threat or a risk in this disturbing or uh, the new emerging technology is the gap in my skill knowledge. Even World Economic Forum says this, and the IT environment has undergone dramatic change. The question is the attacks, the breaches, data breaches, security incidents, why they happen. Before we get into that, how an attack happens. It's a very simple form of representing an attack. Attack as a life cycle. Attack as left side and right side. There are 7 distinct stages. No attacker just like that attacks any target organization. He does a lot of planning. The planning includes the planning includes reconciliation, reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is a phase where I gather information about the target victim. Once I understand you are running a Red Hat or a CentOS or Ubuntu or a Windows server, then I use proper weapon. I don't just try. I do a lot of homework and then I deliver it. Maybe a phishing, maybe something in the email, I send it. Maybe a drive-by download, maybe a malware, maybe a ransomware, and deliver it through email, web browsing, cross-site scripting. Many techniques are there how to do. Even I give you a USB, go and copy. I give you a track to free while you attend a meeting. So this is the left side of the attack. The right side, what happens to the organization once it is infected, it gets exploited. Maybe a self-exploding, self-expanding, or self-return executive file. Anyway, it gets by clicking, it runs the services, exploits, it takes the control, command and control. Once it takes the control of the environment of the target victim, it keep communicating with the C2C, command and control server. It can be anywhere in the world. And then based on the instruction of the command and control server, it executes ransomware attack, ransomware. If it is just to observe what is happening, it will observe. It wants to copy the credentials, send it across, it will do that. But it remains undetected. That's the biggest challenge in an advanced persistent threat attack. This we need to understand the attack life cycle. To me, why they happen, these attacks. Still we know, why it happens. Failure of control, failure of preventive control, detective control, corrective control, deterrent control. There are 4 types of control. When the control fails, controls are put in place to mitigate the risk. Risk is undesired event, and the undesired event of to my information asset. These events happen because the agents, hackers, exploit the vulnerability, the weakness, unknown to me, known to me, but he knows how to exploit it. He exploits the vulnerability, resulting in threat potential loss to the organization, any form. And then how I manage, I put in place appropriate controls. Human vulnerability, human firewall, we call it. It is a human who make it or break it. System vulnerability, process vulnerability, misconfiguration. There is a recommended procedure control. You have to do 1, 2, 3. Baseline security, we call it. But we don't follow that, resulting in misconfiguration. There is no oversight, governing body, what is happening inside an organization. This is from World Economic Forum. What they believe based on the survey, the factors affecting a cybersecurity threat management. And today, it is the geopolitical tension. Many countries on a war mode. It's happening as we speak. Cybercrime sophistication. The way they attack, highly sophisticated. The attackers also make use of the latest technology. The supply chain, the third party vendor, business partners, we need to depend, every business need to depend on another supplier of services or goods in this world. Through them also, there could be a supply chain risk, heavily regulatory requirements. The regulators are not lenient. They are more stringent these days. AI and emerging technology, AI, it's moving very fast, and AI risk also growing very fast. And the biggest challenge affecting this threat management skills gap. In fact, a lot of shortage of skilled people across the globe, across the industry, the right skill. So, how do you go about managing the threat? To me, the best source is the NIST Cyber Security Framework 2.0. It's available. It has identify, protect. On the left side, what you see, identify, protect, detect, respond, recover with a governance, with an oversight. 2.0, downloadable, implementation matrix, guidelines are very detailed, it is there. In fact, many countries have adopted this as a standard in their uh, framework. On the right side, cloud, we cannot ignore today. All of us using one or other form of cloud services. It is from Cloud Security Alliance, CCM, Cloud Control Matrix version 4. It gives in detail how to secure your cloud and enhance the cloud security posture. Always ISO, ISMS comes as a default cybersecurity standard, particularly the 2022 version. It has a 93 controls to manage the risk, to manage the cyber risk, people, organizational, technological, and physical team for divided into four themes. What you see on the right side, the threat intel, information security for cloud, ICT, physical security, configuration management. These are newly added 11 controls to enhance, to respond to the disruptive technology, as we call the new technologies. This can be addressed using this standard. Always the IT processes need to have a good framework. IT, the information technology infrastructure library, which was version 3.26 processes for dysfunction. They updated it few years back into practices, 34 practices. The green one, what you see on the screen, they are newly added, and it's a very good, elegant, simple way of managing IT service management. There are other techniques also, other standards like COVID, CGIT standards as well. Coming to specifically to the country Malaysia, there is a Malaysia Cyber Security Act 2024. More emphasis, more focus is given, particularly to the critical information infrastructure of the nation. You need to have a periodic risk assessment and audit. You need to have incident notification. In fact, sectoral guidelines, as well as you need to report it to the MyCert, anything major incident is every country follows this. Within the country, we need to follow compounding of offenses. There are certain things which are list compoundable offenses. Licensing providers, in order to get practice within the nation, the licensing provider, licensing for the service provider, they also need to comply with this expectation. This is one is from MyGov, the disaster. Today we talk about operational resilience. In fact, NIST, Europe, globally, Malaysia, everybody talks is attack will happen. Can't stop the attack. What you can do, you need to have the ability to respond in a timely manner. So this is a framework which talks about, which is, if you look at it, NIST and this one, it's very close to that. Identify, protect, detect, respond, recover, and then procure, and then overall, it need to have governing body. You need to have people who are qualified, who have accountability, who have the ability to leadership, direct, guide what is happening within the organization. These are the critical information infrastructure. Every country focuses on their the breadwinner, the economic backbone of the nation, government sector, defense, banking, finance, energy, transportation, and so on. So this is given in that national information infrastructure. There is a lot of intelligence. This is also part of the Malaysia cybersecurity strategy, which is published. You can have a look at it. Information sharing is caring today. A lot of organizations have come out of the period where they started sharing any incidents or any attack, potential attack. So I can share you. You are able to see the screen. What do you see on the screen?
Still the threat intelligence slide, sir. The threat map.
Okay, I have to share. What do you see now?
Live cyber threat map, sir.
Yes. As we speak, this is from checkpoint. There are many, I can show many other things. What is happening? The packets are captured, a little bit of parsing or done, and they present it graphically. So it's a live threat heat map we are able to watch, and depending upon the country, depending upon the attacks, the left side, one can real time respond to the attacks. This is what the capability is also there, but then attackers also equally capable of gaining more knowledge, skills, latest technology, and attack any organization. So with that note, I can also take another one. You're able to see the screen. What do you see on the screen? In your
Bit
screen?
defender, sir.
The defender. In fact, these are open intelligence, no charges. You can make use of it. There's a virus total, thalers, anomaly. Some of them are priced subscription. So a lot of information is available. So as a cybersecurity operations center, the national level, GSOC, CSOC, they do the monitoring in a real time and take action. Things are better please these days, but still attack do happen. So with that, I conclude this brief session. I wanted to bring you to the attention. Attacks are real. Cybersecurity threat management is a challenge. There are a lot of growing risks, but we have a well-known global framework, global standard, supported by the nation, government, programs, and with our right skill, with the right knowledge, we'll be able to manage it, mitigate the risk, or respond in case of any major crisis. Any questions? Over to you. Any questions? Yeah.
Does anyone have a question for our dear Sir Chandran?
You can also put it your question in the chat mode. I'm looking at that.
Okay, sir, we have a question on the chat box from SC and from Amir.
Yeah. So how about a medium-sized organization can manage the growing cyber threats? Was that question? In fact, MSME, small, medium, micro, many startups are, when they start up, they will be small, no doubt about it. The best method is follow the global standard framework like NIST or ISO 27001 2020, which is a simple, elegant, and do it gradually. uh, Risk assessment is one of the tools in the hands of the organization to assess the risk, and based on their appetite and their threat profile, so they can go ahead or stop. The risk is risk appetite. Anything, everything we do, there will be a risk. We should be prepared for that while we do the business. In doing so, is it acceptable level or not? What we will lose, what we will not lose. Is there any regulated entity, regulatory body which is after that? Accordingly, we can take the call and move forward. Generally, small organization, this email security, the data privacy, those things, they will not be great in that. Gradually, you can put in place as the threat profile changes. How fast cybersecurity? I think we are well positioned. Position like CISO, the SOC, Cybersecurity Operations Center, a lot of investment, board visibility, regulators, lawmakers. People come, there is a qualification in cybersecurity management, risk management, governance, data privacy, offensive PT, SecDevOps, security code writing. So things are well positioned. But at the same time, as I said, the hackers, they keep changing their attack vector, attack method of sophistication increases. Yeah, I'll share my LinkedIn profile. I can. You can look at it, Chandran Subramaniam. You will get it.
Is it okay for me, sir, to send the link, your
Yeah,
LinkedIn?
yeah, you can share.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. If there's no question, wish you all the best. Do you have a lot of futures in this domain, either as a defender or as a supporting or as an auditor or as a governing body, or you yourself invest in a security product solution for others to protect their environment? With that note, thank you. Wish you all. Thanks, Dia, for the time.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, everyone, may we request for a quick photo and also the attendance link And the certificate links are also on the Zoom chat if you can access it, please. Thank you. May we request everyone's camera to be turned on, please, for one last photo with Sir Chandran.